I am Ebony Graham. I'm a real estate agent with eXp Realty, and you are listening to the Mommy Business Podcast.
Hi, this is Tyerronnica Bevelle. I am an employee for the Department of Defense. I work in data management and software applications. And you're listening to the Mommy Business Podcast.
God is my boss. Being a business owner is one thing, but when you add wife and mom to that, oh, that's a whole different ball game. Welcome to the Mommy Business Podcast. We are here to discover how to win at this thing called life. It's time for you to design the life of your dreams, one building block at a time. This is Mommy Business with Letitia. Thank you for joining us. Today we have two amazing guests whom I have the privilege of calling my best friends. Welcome to the Mommy Business Podcast, Ebony and Ty. ladies, tell the listeners a little bit about yourselves. You can go first, Ty.
Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Tyerronica Bevelle. Most of them call me Bird or Ty, as Letitia has said. I am an employee for the Department of Defense. I've been with them about 14 years now. Currently doing data management and software applications. And I do plan to retire from there, but I also have other business ventures that I will maybe discuss in a later podcast. But I'm single, have no kids, have no dogs, have no pets, and and I have a great surrounding of friends and family who love me to death, and I love that.
So she's single, but she gives us a lot of good tips and information in our little our text group we have. So yes, you're gonna get some good advice and some good information from Ty. Okay,
no,
Ebony.
Heartbreak will give you a whole lot of advice.
Oh
people.
God.
There you go.
Hi, guys. I am Ebony Graham. I am a realtor with eXp Realty. I, along with my husband, have a team of real estate agents that work alongside of us. Our team is the Graham Group Real Estate team, but then we also have a network of agents that we brought into our brokerage within the last 17 months, and there's about 53 of them currently. So we are pretty busy most of the time. We also have two children, an 11-year-old and a 7-year-old, that I am the manager of. So that's it.
So you're the manager of the husband, the kids, and she's running the business.
Exactly.
Woohoo.
Yes.
So before we get started, ladies, I have to ask you something. Are you guys willing to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? Because on this podcast, we like to make sure we keep it real and raw. So we want some real hardcore answers and information. Hardcore.
I don't think we know how to do anything else but tell the truth.
Mm-hmm.
So yes.
You sure that's what you want in your life? I just want to be sure. Like, you do know me, right?
What?
I said, you sure that's what you want in your life? Because you know.
Yes.
You do know me.
Yep. I want you to keep it real.
Then we're good.
See?
I mean, it's always going to be bad. But, like, how real do you want it?
All the way real.
Okay.
She said all the way real.
Yeah. All right, Ebony.
I'm ready.
Oh man, so this is going to be fun. So we're going to let the listeners in a little bit on some of the topics and conversations we have by text. And then sometimes we're like, wait a second, we need to do a group call because this is getting out of hand. We talk about everything, every single thing. So we're going to take it easy right now. But first we're going to start off about balance, because it's hard when you have like a group of friends, and so you heard Ebony say that she's running a business, a household. She has 2 kids, 2 dogs, really 3 kids because her husband is a big baby also. but she balances it well. So, Ebony, just tell us a little bit of information about how do you find balance between business and family?
You say I balance it well. I don't necessarily think that I balance it that well most days. But one piece of advice that I actually got from my husband is that there is no such thing as balance, that everything is a counterbalance.
Okay.
So if you think about life like a scale, very rarely is the scale balanced, like the sides of the scale are not even most of the time. Normally one is up and one is down. And so the it's not a trick, but what I try to keep in mind is that I'm always counterbalancing. So some days I'm more heavy on things that I have to take care of for the business. And then some days I'm more heavy on things that I have to take care of for my family and our kids. So as long as I don't stay on one side for an extended amount of time, then everything pretty much runs the way it's supposed to run. But it's a counterbalance. It's not necessarily a balanced life at all.
Okay, I like that counterbalance. So sometimes you may not be given a lot in with the kids. Like, okay, I may not have an hour to spend with you right now. Right now, I have 30 minutes because I have to spend a little bit
Exactly.
extra on business. I like
Exactly.
that.
Or I'll say, maybe I need to put them to bed a little early so I can do some work at night because I'm kind of a night owl. And so
Mm-hmm.
I tend to do a lot of things after 10 o'clock. But yeah, that is just some days I have to do more. And then some days, if I decide to go on a field trip with my kids, well, very little business is going to get done that day. But that's the decision I made, and I just plan for that. So,
Mm-hmm. That's mommy business, girl. So, Ty, let's hear from you, girl. How important is self development, and in what ways do you practice it?
I don't get to talk about balance. I'm just playing. I only balance myself. I just do what I want to
Oh
do.
yeah, let's see how this. She's single
But
now. So how you balance it being single
I,
and
yeah.
running a high demand job?
I mean, I do. I find that working for the Department of Defense is like it's stressful. Like everybody's on high blood pressure medicine, and I had a supervisor that once told me. She said those words. Everyone in here is on high blood pressure medicine. Don't you be one of those
Oh
people.
geez.
So yeah, and she was like, and I. So one day I was at work, and I was probably like 25, and my left side went numb. See, like no lie. I left that job like in a few months after that. That was my first government job. Y'all remember, like when I got out of college, I started
Mm-hmm.
working for I won't say what organization, but it was stressful. And I left there, and from that point on, I never allowed anything else to stress me out. Like that was a turning point for me. So I only do stuff I actually want to do, and the stuff that I do that I don't have to want to. I mean, that I really don't want to do. I figure out a way for it not to stress me out. So, if it doesn't make me super happy, I figure out how I cannot do it ever again.
See, that's
So
that
that's kind of how
single. That's that.
that's it. Yeah, that's that single. What
Yeah,
you
because
do?
as mom,
I
we
don't
can't
know.
say we do things that we want to do.
Yeah, you can't. But that's why I'm single. I
So, what
guess.
are some of the steps you had to take though to not allow that to stress you out? Like, what are some of the things you had to incorporate?
Um, Discipline. Just to know when you're kind of off balance.
Mm-hmm.
You're a Libra, so you understand like that we kind of really do have to have some type of balance in our lives.
Mm-hmm.
So, and if I'm not balanced, like mentally, physically, emotionally, then if one is off, everything is off for me. And y'all have been my friends a long time, so y'all know. And when I'm off balance, I am not myself. I am not
Mm-hmm.
Tyerronnica. Y'all are like, what is wrong with you? Why are you a jerk? And I do understand that when my life is off track, that I'm not the person I want to be. So in order for me to be who I want to be, I have to make sure I'm taking care of myself. I take mental health days because y'all are often like, why are you not at work? Because I need a break.
Mm-hmm.
I don't really care what's going on at work. I need a mental break. So I take them. And whenever I feel like it, I don't ask permission. I don't schedule them. If I wake up one morning and I'm tired, exhausted, mentally drained, I do not go to work.
Hmm.
That's flat out. That's it.
I like
Take care of
that.
yourself first. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good information because sometimes we can feel mentally drained and we still just push ourselves. And that's when you have that breakdown. So that's good that you
Mhm.
recognize that within yourself and you can, react to it. Because I know for me, sometimes when I feel like I'm stressed out dealing with the household and the kids, I'm like, okay, maybe I need to go to the gym and maybe like work out a little bit or cut out meat or something like that to try to get my mind and get my body back in order. So, Ebony.
Now, I never say cut out meat. I've never done that one. Sorry.
But I did see Tisha's workout this morning on the Apple Watch,
See,
and I was
I
like,
started
"Hey, girl, hey,
back.
yeah."
Oh my goodness, yes. I fell off
I gotta
because
get one of them Apple Watches.
that's how we could
You
track when
kind
you're
of
working
do. I
out.
mean, because me,
it,
Janelle, Chauncey, and Tisha are on it.
right. And then they'll
I
send
don't
you,
get
Bird will
credit
send
for
me
my
a
little
text
workout.
too.
I
She'll
worked
copy,
out this morning. Hey.
But nobody saw it though. I'm just
so
saying.
it
But I
don't
did
count.
it.
Nobody.
It don't
There is no
count.
proof.
I should have sent you one of my sweaty face pictures like I
I
said.
don't
Oh, I
want that.
hate
Just
those
get an Apple Watch,
posts.
honey.
I hate when people post those pictures on social media of them working out and all
No,
sweaty.
she just text them to me so I can like
I
know she
text them to
worked out.
Bird. I will post them
Oh,
on my stories. I won't put them on my like page, but I'll put it on my stories that leave in like 24 hours. But that's just for accountability. Like I need somebody to know I worked out today.
okay.
And it's usually me. I appreciate it. So anyway.
Mm-mm-mm. What are friends for? We keep each other balanced, I tell you.
To harass.
Ebony, this has been a popular question that a lot of people have been asking, so I'm going to ask you because you're
Okay.
really good with this. I don't know why you keep denying it, but I was like, whenever we have an issue, we always like start texting, and Ebony always give like the best advice for these things. So tell me, your husband is your business partner. How do you separate business from your like family time at home when you leave the office? Like, how do you cut it off? Why is she laughing?
That is that's a good question. I don't feel like we do. We just this is gonna sound weird. We really do enjoy what we do
Mm-hmm.
to the point where a lot of it comes home and finds its way in our conversations at home. But neither one of us is ever bothered by it because we enjoy our business.
Mm-hmm.
So there are times like if we're on a date, we're doing date night, or if we're out with the kids, we try to leave our phones, in the car or put them in our purses, in my purse rather, so that we're not distracted because in real estate, everything is on your phone. People are
Mm-hmm.
calling you, people are emailing you. So we try to leave that distraction behind when we're with them out somewhere or if we're with each other out. But really and honestly, truly, a lot of our conversation at home is about work, and it doesn't bother either of us. We just we just really enjoy what we do. We feel like what we're doing for our family,
Mm-hmm.
and we're doing something that hasn't been done in our family before, and so we take a lot of pride in it, and we have fun with it. So I don't know if that answered the question, but
I think
Basically,
that
you don't
right,
separate.
you don't. You're like,
we
we don't
don't
turn it off,
separate it exactly.
except for in the bedroom.
We don't.
So I
Talk
feel like
about
your
they're not talking
kids are
about.
like being trained to pretty much take over the business then. So if y'all talk about it like all the time, I'm sure the kids probably know a lot about the business and the concept of
I
everything as
feel like
well.
both of them need. One will probably attempt to do it, and the other one won't. They have been in so many houses, and they go to showings with us all the time, and they meet clients all the time. They're at the office all the time. They're kind of over it.
And that's part of the thing when we talk about with balance too. I was like, when you have kids, sometimes your kids, they have to go to work with you, especially as a mom. We have to take them
Oh
with them.
yeah,
We have to bring them places with us. When we're in here recording this podcast, the kids are keep running in and out this door. So if you hear
yeah.
some noise in the background, it's the kids.
And fortunately for us, we have a business where most of the time people don't mind if our kids are there.
Mm-hmm.
Um, as long as we're still taking care of whatever they need taken care of, they don't really care about the kids being around. And then our office is, we own it, it's ours. So we have kids in and out all the time. Like other agents bring their kids. We have an agent who just had a baby. She'll bring her baby. Like it's a big
Maybe y'all should just
hodgepodge
have like a
family.
nursery at y'all
It's
in
like a
y'all
big family
company.
organization.
Yeah, just have a
Hmm.
nursery there and a little kid playroom. So when people are trying to get some work done, you have the area you can just take your kids over there and let them play.
All
Yeah.
my clients bring their kids.
Yeah.
Why
We've had
not?
that too. We've had them tear up our office. Yes, we have.
No, that's all you need to play wrong. Good idea, T.
Yay. Bird. Hey, I was supposed to call you Ty because I'm trying to be all professional here. And so now I'm getting
I know,
comfortable.
you just call me Bird. That's what it's going to be. That's my
Okay.
name, human world. Next to it, Bird.
Let me ask you something. So I always tell people, I'm like, hey, God is my boss. I try to seek guidance from God before making major decisions. And we were so excited to celebrate this major milestone with you in your job. And I just wanted to know, do you seek guidance from God when making big decisions within your company or before you decide to take on more responsibilities within your company?
Yeah, so I know I've moved quite a bit, probably like 4 different places, I guess. However, I am very particular about what career path I decide to embark on. Like, I'm not one of those people who applies for everything. Like, in the last, I don't know, 7, 8 years, I've only applied for 2 jobs.
See, you know how some people have
I
like friends that's like school, they been in school forever. She's like our career friend. Like
Yeah, well, I've been in school. Like, I love learning. Like, let's be clear. Even if I'm not in school, I'm learning something. I'm a super nerd. Like, and nobody y'all, and that was confirmed by some of y'all because y'all would come and ask me random questions. Chauncey and Broderick are notorious for texting me random stuff. Like, I know Bird no. So I am a nerd. I do believe in constantly learning. I do, however, I've had experiences in life, like the time I had gotten married, and I feel like I didn't really seek God as much in that and other things that I had done, and they didn't work out.
mhm.
So from that, I've just learned to settle myself, I guess, and actually sit here and wait on God. And that doesn't mean you wait and do nothing. Like, while I'm waiting, I am learning, I am in school, I am doing whatever it is I think I want to do to wait on God to tell me what I'm actually supposed to be doing.
Mhm.
So I know a lot of people like, I'm just waiting on the Lord. Okay, faith without works is dead. And I
Okay.
don't understand why people do that. So when I get ready to do something, I am fully like engulfed in the word, trying to get something out of God. Like, Lord, I know you got it, but where is it?
Speak
It's
to me. I
usually
need some
me blocking it. To
confirmation.
be honest, it's not. It's
You
not
said
the
it's
God that's
usually you
trying to tell
blocking
me.
it.
Yeah, I'm like, Lord, you sure that's what it is? I feel like it's this, but I'm always wrong. Especially when what I want in God is not aligning, I'm wrong, and it
Mhm.
always goes bad. And sometimes we just need to sit, do our work and actually wait until the time aligns with God. It's not that He's not done it. We just are in a rush to get everything done. And in this time, everybody's in a rush to
Everybody,
get
because
things done. Yeah, everybody thinks everything's supposed to happen overnight, and that's not true. Like, I work hard.
yeah.
I may be foolish. Y'all know I'm silly and I'm crazy, but I work. Um, and I might say the craziest thing ever, and I have no problem continuing to say those crazy things. But I do work hard, and I also am in tune with Christ. Although I might be the not be the most church going as human,
Oh, Jesus.
I do know God.
Well, you know,
So
you
I'm
don't
just
have to
gonna
have that
be.
relationship. You don't have a relationship with church. You have the relationship with God. So as long as you
Well, that's
spend
what
that
I'm
time
saying.
there,
I'm
that's
just saying I'm
good.
not the most church going human. I do know. I just have had a situation with the church people that have made me kind of fall back on church. I remember again that time I got married. Yeah. Anyway, I
So
have
do you want to talk
fallen
about
back.
that? Let's speak on that.
I mean,
Can I say something real
whatever.
quick? Because
Yes.
she made a really good point, but I feel like I'm kind of the opposite. She's made a point about people rushing and trying to move so fast to do things. I feel like God tells me things, and it pushes me completely out of my comfort zone, and I
Mhm.
hold back. I don't try to rush into it, and I'm almost like, "You sure, Lord, I can do that? You sure? You talking to me?"
But I mean,
I think I'm the opposite.
I think you're reserved in most things you do. Even when you give advice, you sit back and you listen. You'll be like, I know Bird's in the most disastrous relationship ever, but you don't say anything until you just know you need to say something. That's just
Yeah,
you
I
anyway.
kind of pull back on, yeah, and so but God has been in these past few months has been pushing me and telling me to do things, and
So do it.
I know, but it's like like Tisha said, you have to get out of your own way. I'm having to get out of my own way. Like, Lord, you sure you want me to do this? So,
And
Well,
that.
and now I'm different from that though, because I'm like, let's do it. I just be at work coming up with all kind of random stuff, and they just go with it. I don't know why. I'm like, okay, fine. But like, I'm kind of the opposite. When it comes to like, y'all know, I'll be like, I'm gonna go to wherever I feel like
yeah,
going
you the
that
YOLO queen.
weekend. Like I'm YOLO, so even at
YOLO.
work, I am the YOLO master. Like I'm like, I ain't doing that. I'm gonna do this.
I love
so,
it.
so, yeah, but I mean, I do think sometimes I do need to be more like you, and maybe sometimes you need to be more like me and just live your life. Like I'm gonna do this anyway. It might be scary, however, I'm
But I'm
gonna
gonna
do it
do it.
anyway.
Hey,
Yeah, I
that's
Yeah,
mean,
that's definitely the
only thing
season I'm in. Like, just do it and don't stop thinking about it. Just
if
mm-hmm.
you
do it.
don't do it, the only thing you're gonna have is regret. Like
Yep.
that's what
That's
you're gonna
true.
live with. If you do it and fail, you're gonna be like, oh, I could change that and maybe make it work. Like, but if you don't think
At
my
least I
father
tried
always
it.
used to say, at least yeah, exactly. At least you can say you did it. At least you can
Mm-hmm.
say you
Mhm.
tried. At least you can say you went. Like, and that's why I'm kind of like that because every time I thought of something crazy, my mama would be terrified. Like, you
Mhm.
moving to Texas? My daddy was like, girl, just move. At least you can say you live there.
Yeah.
Well, that's the
So
season I'm
yeah,
in right now. The whole trying things and scared out of my mind. I was so stressed out last week because I started at Auburn in this master's of real estate development. And I'm like, okay, I don't know none of this stuff. And so I'm like, okay, I'm about to drop this. And then
yeah,
God
you
was
know,
like, no, you're not. You're going to stick with it and you're going to
Mhm.
try it. So if you fail, you fail trying. So what I don't
Yeah.
want is to be on my deathbed saying, I wish I would have done this or I wish I would have tried that. So let's just go ahead and do it now.
well, I mean, I think you got to go into whatever. I and you know what? Sometimes I come off a little arrogant at work because I always think I'm smarter than most of the people in my room. But
Oh,
and I may
Lord.
or may not know what they know, but I know something different from what you know, and that. You may go into a room, this class or whatever, and thinking like I don't know this stuff, but you know something that they don't know, and you just got to
That's
figure out
true.
what that is. Like you just
Mm-hmm.
got to go in there and be like, I know something you don't know. Even the professor, you know something that he doesn't know from experience, from life, from whatever your journey is. You know, nobody's better than you. Period. They just know something different from you.
Yep. Be
That is
great at
all.
being you. Discover you.
Yeah,
Discover the best
they just
you.
know something else. You can learn from them too, though. But I mean, you know different things. Going in mind like in that you going in that mindset, you'll learn something and you'll be able to teach something and you'll build a relationship with somebody.
So this
Period.
whole balance thing, we're talking about balance and getting to know yourself. So it's a group of us. What is it? 6 of us, 7 of us. We the A&M crew.
Six,
Six of us. Okay, six
right?
of us, right?
Bird, Teach,
Mm.
Janelle, Chauncey, Bert. Yeah, six.
And so, what we try to do, because we all live like a busy life, and as you could tell, like this, just 2 of my friends, and they're very busy. We're all professional young ladies, and we do a lot, and we have kids, and we run businesses and household and husband. But we always tend to make time for each other. Like at least once a year, we'll take like a girls' trip, and sometimes we would let the guys come along and have fun with us every now and then. But
And sometimes Tish and Bird do things without us.
oh
Let's just
yeah,
put
so
that out
yeah.
there.
We do, because we're the YOLO queens, and y'all be like, yeah, because we're different. We're Libras, so we like, hey, let's go to, I don't know, where do we go last? Indianapolis, and
We went
spend X
one
amount of
like the
money
other
on some
like
random country
2 years
concert.
ago. We went to like what 6, 7 different concerts in 1 year, and we had
I
good
don't know. We
seats.
went to,
We went
we
just
did a
going
lot,
to a
but we had
concert.
good time.
We had a good time and we had some good seats, which I needed that year because that was a really tough year
We
for
did.
me. So God knows how to plan things out. So yeah.
I'm that friend. Don't judge me, Ebony, because I am that friend. Like, I tried to get y'all to go to. I asked both of y'all to go to a concert with me this past weekend. Either if you could come,
Oh yeah.
I don't do
I
it.
had to pack
And
my
they
house
were
up.
great,
Mm-hmm.
by the way, honey.
You look good though.
Thank you, honey.
Who was that? Your family or your B-list friend?
That was my B-list friend. Y'all, you don't want the most B-listers on the. Anyway, we're not gonna get into that.
Okay, let's talk about something
actually,
fun.
that was my friend. That was my cousin's wife. Actually, he got the ticket for her
Okay, so that's
birthday.
family. It's
So,
all good. It's
yeah.
family. We don't discount family, girl.
That's okay if it's family.
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, we
if
had
it's
a good time.
family.
Though. It was raining though, but we had a blast.
So let's talk about this text message that Ebony started. Was that this week or last week? About trying to figure it.
Week.
When was
Oh,
that?
this week.
Was
It
it
was
this
this
week?
week.
Okay, so yeah.
It was this week, honey.
It was
So
Monday.
Ebony just sent this random text message to us on a Monday, and she was like, "I think I figured it out." Tell her, Ebony, what was the text message you sent?
I said, this is not verbatim, but I said I cracked the code on how to satisfy your husband sexually and still get to bed at a decent hour.
And still have time for the kids. Because you put the kids in there too.
And that's basically lunchtime sex. That was the solution.
Shout out to the Lunchables. You know.
What you
Yes,
call
and
it?
then Bird gave it the name Lunchable from a friend of hers.
I came up with the term Lunchables, but she liked it so much she just kept her husband kept it. So
Yeah, Bird came up with Lunchable.
So how's
Bird
that
knows
working
nothing
out?
about Lunchables, by the way. I'm just saying.
Whatever, Bird.
So it was really nice. So what I did after that was I basically put it in my husband's Google Calendar.
Planner.
Tickled.
We have a plan for lunch to have sex.
To come home at 12:30, and we literally live 5 minutes from our office. So coming home at 12:30 is not unreasonable for either of us. Do what we gotta do, and then go back to work. Wash up, go back to work.
I'm about to say, do y'all wash up after that?
Yeah, wash up, go back to work. Act like nothing happened. And then at night, not saying that I feel any pressure, because I don't. Like, I'm not married to that type of guy. But it's almost like I want to do it, but then I'm sleepy too. Like, I want to go to sleep too.
So we don't want to have lazy sex. I don't want to fall asleep on you.
Exactly. I want to enjoy it too. Like, I'm not just about to give it to you just so you can be satisfied. Don't work like that in my house.
So, it's a two-way street.
That's what your hashtag. I'll be lazy sex.
And then, well, the good thing is that Ebony cracked us up because you and Trey, you guys are high school sweethearts, right? Is it that considered? Yeah, y'all high school sweethearts. Wait, what she say?
She said, "Yeah, I was. I mean, I was in high school."
Oh yeah, I forgot he older. Your old man. And pretty much took her
He's 3 years older than me, so he was not in high school. But yes, I was.
and pretty much
Yes,
took
I
her
heard.
college life away. She was always traveling to go home while we was partying and
She
have a
said
good
I
time in
wasted my
college.
This is like my best
But
friend. My other best friend had a great time in college. She was
I
MIA for some things. You know that.
because
Bird.
what y'all well, y'all know this, but we've never had a conversation about it. But I am really at heart an introvert. So,
Oh God.
like, I like to go out, but then I also need, like, at home time to, like,
Mhm.
So,
that's how I recharge.
so
So,
everyone who thinks they know Ebony, Ebony doesn't know your name. Okay, she's like Bird. Who
Oh,
is that?
wow.
I just had a whole conversation with them. I
Why
don't
you
know who
telling
they
the
are.
secrets?
I don't.
That's because Bird family
That
is
is her.
extremely large, and she knows everybody, and everybody knows her. So,
Well, I'm just saying, like, I'm outside of college. I mean, outside of high school. I'm just talking about college. What
Yeah,
any people
and
we
Bird
have
is an
met.
introvert. Like, she meets people. She
I am
likes,
an ambivert. I am an extrovert and introvert in one. It's fun. Yes,
well,
that's the word.
you're more
No,
of an
mama-
introvert than I am.
I probably, but I'm an ambivert though, because when I don't want to be bothered, I don't want to be bothered. But by people.
So this has been fun. I think this has been good. Little conversation. I really wanted to get in on that whole lunchable snack thing with the
So,
sets.
I ain't teaching. Well, are you going to incorporate that into your life? Because that's what the world really wants to know.
Me? Okay,
Yeah, you
so
talking about Lunchables. So, what are your thoughts on the Lunchables?
so I'm a morning person. So what I do is that I like, hey, we got an alarm set for 4 a.m. We can get up at 4 a.m. and have a little fun, and then get our day started. So
I don't know nothing about like waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, who wake up at 4?
That's what you said. 4 o'clock in the
I'm a
morning.
4 a.m. I'm an early bird. I like to get up in the morning. We can go ahead and take care of our business, and then we start our day, and I'm good.
Oh, you have morning sex.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I don't like morning sex.
She wake up and have sex. You be like, I need to be wide awake.
Yeah, I'm kind of dry in the morning. Is that
Oh my God.
Wait, dry? What's the dry? Or like dry personality? Like what?
No, dry down there.
Dry.
I need you, first of all, I need
doesn't.
you not to be dry. And
In the morning, I am. I don't know why.
the River Jordan. I mean, I should have
Well,
said.
don't
River
they
Jordan.
have KY and spit? No, I'm
I
just
don't like
playing.
KY.
That's
What's the
nasty.
video time for this?
It's
Yeah,
nasty.
Well,
I can I can produce it
I
naturally, just not in the morning.
need you to be Miss Fiji Water. 30.
Oh,
what is it,
Jesus.
30.
Fiji water.
30.
It's a mental block.
Fiji. Fiji.
I'm not a morning person, so it's a mental block for me with that.
Oh, okay. Well, that's too bad.
No. And then, like, do you brush your teeth before? What you
I
do?
don't
to
have
your-
morning breath.
Don't breathe on the man. You know your
Yeah.
breath is out.
But I don't have morning breath.
breath.
So we're good.
You don't have
You don't have
breath.
morning breath.
No, I
That's a
do
lie
not.
from the
I
pits of hell.
don't. Marcel didn't believe me,
Anyway.
and he's like, "You really don't." I'm like, "I told you I don't. I brush my
Marcel's a
teeth at
liar.
night before I go to
Okay,
sleep."
Does he have morning
Marcel's a
breath?
liar.
Somebody got morning breath.
I don't know. But okay, so we're about to really close this out.
They a lie. Y'all don't want to talk about this
National
morning breath?
She said, to be honest.
I'm being
Liars.
honest. No, I'm not. I could bring Marcel on and we can ask him. I think we should all get together during homecoming, and we can come to the studio, and all 6 of us be on the podcast.
Well,
together.
y'all said we weren't doing homecoming. I'm going to try to come anyway. So y'all said we weren't doing homecoming this year. Make up your mind.
Oh shoot!
Technically, Janelle said that, but
Why you putting
coming
her
here?
on blast?
I said I'm coming if you coming.
Well,
Like,
we
it's
don't-
just a
I
hot
go.
different
Where we going to stay, though?
Okay, back to the podcast. So
They gonna
before
get
we
it all
close
in there.
out, because we're getting sidetracked now, we talking about this is literally like how it goes. We have like 5 or 6 different conversations on the text thread, and then somebody be like, "Can we just call everybody? Like, can we just do a conference call or something? Like, it's too much."
You know, we got FaceTime now. Everybody got an iPhone. You know, petty people have iPhones. All
Mm-hmm.
of us have iPhones, so we're good. We just use a little group chat.
Before we close out, I have one last question for you, ladies. What is the
Mm-hmm.
best piece of advice that you received before becoming a mom or wife or business owner or either just getting into your career that you have taken along with you on this journey and has really mold you and shape you into the person you're becoming?
Oh, I can answer that. um, my aunt, who raised me from the age of 11, always told me, and I remember this. This comes up in my mind at least once a week. To whom much is given, much is required. So whenever I'm feeling tired or just mentally drained, or things happen in business that make me discouraged, or whatever the negative emotion is, I always think about to whom much is given, much is required, and that I am blessed in order to be a blessing to somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
And that is required of me almost. Like, I have been given so much and am able to live a life that a lot of people aren't able to live. And because of that, I have to give back. I have to help others. Like, a lot is required of me
Mm-hmm.
because of that. So,
Okay. I like that.
So I have two separate things, and it's not so much. One thing is what someone said to me as far as relationships go, and the other is just an example of what it is to give and what it is to be blessed behind your givings without having expectations of being blessed.
Mm-hmm.
So in my life, like, I'm a big giver, but you won't ever know like what I've actually done. Like I am. That example comes from my dad, because even I think y'all were at my dad's funeral, but people always got up talking about the stuff he did, and he always was like, "Better not tell nobody." So for me, and like, so if he would do stuff for you, and he would just like, "Better not tell nobody," because he didn't want people to know what he had done.
Mm-hmm.
He just wanted to do it. He wanted to bless you. He wanted to make sure you were okay, and that's kind of how I am. Like right now. My line sister was like, "You do such random stuff. Somebody will say they don't have something, before you know, you have already cashed at them and walked away."
You can cash
mhm.
out me, friend.
Number one. But if I thought you needed, I would. Like, I would just be like, boom. And I wouldn't say anything. I wouldn't call you to say, "Girl, did you get the money?" You would just see it. Like, so that's one thing I just kind of picked up from both of my parents, really, because my mom is a giver too. So for me, I just think you should give without expectations. And I've been super blessed in life. I just try to act like I be on struggle mode, but I'm really blessed. I mean, love has not been my blessing, but like in life, friends, family, um, being financially stable, I'm blessed. So, and the other advice came from my grandparents, which was about relationships,
Mm-hmm.
and they said, marry somebody you can always talk to. Because at the end of the day, when you get old, that is all you're going to have. And so,
Oh,
although
oh,
I've
for that.
been married and, like, I probably didn't follow that, advice all the way, now I'm kind of looking for somebody I can just talk to
Some,
about anything and not feel like I can't do that. So, when you're in a relationship, make sure you're with somebody you can talk to. And my grandparents were married 57 years before my grandfather
oh,
passed.
that's some good
So,
advice. I like
and we
that.
would go and sit over there and laugh and talk with them, because that's when they talk to each other, they talk to us. But marry
Mm.
somebody you can really talk to and communicate with. That way you have no restraints and constrictions in your marriage. So
I
that's
like
what I
that.
got from my people.
Well, this
That's
is
good.
it. Thank you, ladies, so much for joining me on the podcast. I think we need to come back, though, with everybody so we can talk about that one topic, that advice that we received in college. And I don't know who actually followed that advice.
Wait a minute.
So,
I know
yeah,
what
I
What
you're
think
advice you
talking
received
about.
in college?
from your roommate, your sweet mate in college, her mom.
Oh, oh yeah. Okay.
So, yeah, we're going
Wait
to
a
come
minute.
back
I
and
think
speak
at
on
some
that.
point we all followed it a little bit.
Really? Okay.
You
We'll
talking about
talk about
the technique?
it.
These techniques? Okay. Okay.
Oh, this is it.
What is your sweet mate?
Thank you. This was
Thank you,
fun. Thank you for listening to the Mommy Business Podcast. If you received helpful tips from this episode, remember to share. We are here to encourage and motivate each other. If you have tips you would like to share with the Mommy Business Tribe, join us on Facebook. We would love to hear how you are balancing being a great mom and running a successful business. Please follow the Mommy Business Podcast on your favorite podcast app. Remember, ladies, your life, your blueprint. Let's get to building.